Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. After illustrating and distinguishing the difference between stocks and bonds, let's move on to problem solving involving these two. And in this session, we will solve dividends, stock yield ratio, and coupon payment. So kapag nakalimutan nyo po yung ibig sabihin ng mga terms na ito, ay feel free lang to visit our tutorial on introduction to stocks and bonds. Okay, so simulan na po natin. Let's have the first problem po. A certain financial institution declared a 30 million pesos dividend for the common stocks. If there is a total of 700 shares of common stocks, how much is the dividend per share? So yung tinatanong po dito ay dividend per share. At base po sa ating previous lesson, kapag sinabi po nating dividend per share, it is the ratio of the dividend to the number of shares. So ratio, what does it mean? So kapag sinabi po nating ratio, ibig sabihin we are going to get the quotient of the dividend to the number of shares. So we have total dividend divided by the total number of shares. At dito po sa ating problem, ang total ng dividends ay 30 million at yung total naman ng number of shares ay 700,000. So kapag dinivide po natin 30 million divided by 700,000, that gives us 42.86. It means that each share has a dividend of 42.86. So, ibig sabihin, if you bought 10 shares, then you have a total dividend of 428.6 pesos. Number 2, a certain corporation declared a 3% dividend on a stock with a par value of 500 pesos. Mrs. Lingan owns 200 shares of stocks with a par value of 500 pesos. How much is the dividend she received? So, ang hinahanap po dito ay dividend. At kapag sinabi po nating dividend, that is the share in the company's profit. Okay, so papaano po natin mako-compute ang dividend? Given yung ating mga data on dividend percentage which is 3%. In decimal form, yan po ay 0.03. Par value ay 500 at yung number of shares that Mrs. Lingan owns is 200 shares. Hahanapin po natin yung dividend. So dito po, sa problem na ito, the dividend can be calculated by multiplying the three given data. Number of shares times par value times dividend rate. So, yung number of shares is 200. Yung par value ng bawat share is 500. Tapos, yung dividend rate in decimal form, that is 0.03. So, 200 times 500 times 0.03, that gives us 3,000 pesos. So, ibig pong sabihin, yung kabuuan po ng dividendo na kanyang natanggap is 3,000 pesos. Number 3. Corporation A with a current market value of 52 pesos give a dividend of 8 pesos per share of its common stock. Corporation B with a current market value of 95 pesos give a dividend of 12 pesos per share. Use the stock yield ratio to measure how much dividends shareholders are getting in relation to the amount invested. So dito naman po sa problem na ito is we are going to solve the stock yield ratio. At kapag sinabi po nating stock yield ratio, it is the ratio of the annual dividend per share and the market value per share. So since ratio, ibig sabihin, we are going to divide the annual dividend per share to the market value per share. So, ang given po natin ay yung dividend per share at market value ni Corporation A at saka yung dividend per share at market value ni Corporation B. Now, we are going to compute and compare their stock yield ratio. So, ano po ba yung gamit ni stock yield ratio? Ginagamit po ito para malaman kung aling corporation yung makakapagbigay sa'yo ng mas mataas na kita. So, si Corporation A kaya o si Corporation B. So, saan mas magandang mag-invest para maka-earn ng higher amount? So, yun po yung gamit ni stock yield ratio. Okay, so isa-isahin po natin. Unahin po nating i-compute yung stock yield ratio ni Corporation A. So, ito po yung ating formula. Stock yield ratio of corporation A equals dividend per share divided by the market value per share. So, yung dividend per share po is 8, given po yan. And then, yung market value per share is 52. So, 8 divided by 52, the answer is 0.1538. So, yan po ay nakasulat in decimal form or in percentage form, that is 15.38%. And how about the stock yield ratio of Corporation B? So, ito po yung ating formula. Ang dividend per share po is 12 divided by the market value, which is 95. So, 12 divided by 95, that is 0.1263. Or in percentage form, kapag itong decimal form po na ito ay kinonvert natin in percentage form. So, 0.1263 times 100, the answer is 12.63%. Ngayon, i-compare po natin yung stock yield ratio ng dalawang corporations. So, yung Corporation A po, ang kanyang stock yield ratio ay 15.38%. Samantala, yung Corporation B is 12.63%. O, alin yung mas mataas? Makikita natin dito na mas mataas yung stock yield ratio ni Corporation A, which is 15.38. Ibig sabihin, you will earn more if you invest in Corporation A than in Corporation B kasi mas mataas yung kanyang stock yield ratio. So, ulitin ko po, kapag sinabi nating stock yield ratio, iyan po ay ginagamit na sukatan ng mga investors para suriin yung kita o return na maaaring ibigay sa kanila ng isang stock. Okay, so ngayon naman po ay mag-move po tayo sa problems involving bonds. Okay, so let's have the first problem involving bonds. Determine the amount of the semi-annual coupon for a bond with a face value of 300,000 pesos that pays 10% payable semi-annual for its coupon. So, dito po sa problem na ito, we have a bond with a face value or par value of 300,000 pesos. And this bond pays 10% interest annually on the face value. However, the coupon or the interest is paid semi-annually. Ibig sabihin, dalawang beses magbabayad ng coupon every after 6 months kasi nga semi-annual. So, yung problem po natin dito is we are going to find the amount of the semi-annual coupon. Since the bond pays interest semi-annually, ibig sabihin twice a year, we are going to divide the annual coupon rate by 2 to find the semi-annual rate. So, we have 10% divided by 2 or yung 10% in decimal form, that is 0.10 divided by 2 and that is 0.05. So, ibig sabihin, yung semi-annual coupon rate is 0.05. Ngayon, itong 0.05 na ito, ang imumultiply natin sa face value which is 300,000 to get the semi-annual coupon. So, we have 300,000 times 0.05 and that is 15,000. Ibig sabihin, every 6 months ay makakatanggap yung investor na yon ng 15,000. Okay, number 5 po. Ito na po yung last problem na ating isosolve. Find the total amount of coupon payment for a 500,000 bond which pays 5% convertible annually if the bond matures after 5 years. So dito, ang hinahanap naman po ay yung total amount of coupon payment na natanggap niya after 5 years. So given po yung ating mga data, face value equals 500,000, coupon rate 5% or in decimal form, that is 0.05. Maturity date is 5 years. So, ang hahanapin po natin ay yung total amount of coupon payment. In this problem, the bond pays interest annually. So, it means after a year ay nagbabayad or nagbibigay ng interest or coupon yung kumpanya doon sa bond holder. At dito sa ating problem, yung ating annual coupon payment is 25,000. Paano nakuha yung 25,000? We multiply the face value by the coupon rate. So, we have 500,000 times 0.05. So, yun po yung 5%. And that is equal to 25,000. So, taon-taon na tumatanggap ng 25,000 yung investor mula sa kumpanya. Ibig sabihin, after 5 years, yung total amount of coupon payment na natanggap niya is 75,000. So, we have 25,000 times 5 years and that is 75,000. So, the total amount of coupon payment is 75,000. And that's it for today's tutorial. I hope this helped clarify some of the key concepts and calculations. If you have any questions or need help with specific problems, feel free to drop a comment below. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Happy learning and happy investing.